So this is my Deinopis SP Cameroon female. A couple of days ago she made a sack. It's up there. And this is one of the few or first captive breedings of Deinopis SP Cameroon, or Deinopis in general. I don't really know why they're not bred so regularly, but I never see any males for sale. It also has to do something with them being considered difficult to raise and keep, but my experience is different from that because I have received this female around 4 months ago, and it was in the winter with around 0 degrees Celsius, and the parcel got here a few days later because of some because I wasn't home at that time. But she arrived in good health, and 4 months later, um, she tolerated fluctuations in humidity, wet or dry. They don't really care as long as they get fed and have a retreat. They're quite a shy species, only active at night, and at daytime they retreat at the bottom of the tank and they make use of their camouflage because they blend in with the little twigs and leaves and leaf litter. Just an all-round amazing species. And well, 3 weeks ago I received a mail from a friend of mine. So I introduced the male after a few days after it got acclimated a bit better. So roughly 2.5 weeks later, the sack is up there. It's covered a bit with some leaves and some litter from she picked up from the tank, and she abandoned it. And as far as I know, that's normal in contrast to standard species, which either sit on the sack and take care of it, or they keep the sack close. They will even walk around with it, like Cupienius species. So in around 3 weeks or 4 weeks I expect some 100, 200 slings. There's a lot of requests already, inquiries, but maybe some will become for sale. But because I really enjoy this species, and they're one of the few non-stanid araneomorphs that I really enjoy, I really love. I really find them fascinating. Their behavior, the fact that they create those webs, but even when they're not used, when they retreat to the ground at day, they will still leave the the casting net. And you see my female trying to get rid of some twig. And back to the story. They leave the net somewhere around in their anchoring web lines. I'm sorry, English is not my first language, so sometimes I am looking for words. So yeah, the slings are best raised, as far as I know, a well-known keeper from Germany, Stefan Hillebrecht. He had one of the first experience in captivity with a captive hatched Deinopis sp. Kenia, and they're quite similar. He had around 10 or 20 slings, and they all did very well. He only had like 2 losses, and I think that's quite amazing. There's always a lot of losses with a lot of species, but maybe it has something to do with not that much hatching babies from the sack. Around 100 is, adequate for this species. It's normal, not a lot. In contrast to Stanidae, which sometimes get like In the case of Furniture and Venter, get around 1,000 slings from one sack, and then they continue to create sacks. But as far as I know, these don't create more sacks from one pairing. Oh. Excuse me. So maybe that has something to do with it. But anyway, I'm very happy with this. I really, really hope that something good will come out of the sack. It would be amazing. But the raising of these species, according to Stefan Hillebrecht, is very easy. Keep them in 100 milliliter cups. Like they need their space, they need to retreat, they need to have some anchoring spaces for their to hang from, and it's better, and they're easily stressed, so it's better not to disturb them too much, and it's better not to in general it's a bit better to give them some more space. Around 70% humidity, 24, 25, 26 degrees Celsius. I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit. What more can I say? They grow quite fast because they don't live that long. And their adult size is for females around 7 to 9 centimeters, like 3 to 4 inches. And for males it's around 12 centimeters, 5 inches. Quite menacing. But I have to look into if they get more sex out of one, more egg sacs out of one mating. Otherwise I'll go look for another male. I hope I can find one, but I think the chances are slim, because in general these are not bred a lot. There's not a lot of males available. I had a lot of luck that one of my friends sent me this one with a shipment. I didn't even know that he would send it with it. So yeah, I'm very glad and very grateful to that friend. There's the sack right there. I can't come too close because but that's it right there. Looks very good. Huh. Well, that's another update for you guys. I'll see you guys later.